Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about the trouble and trying to get responsible, one-sided news stories
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 The next institution, media. Here's some of the lowest archdemons of hell, quite frankly. You know, to put it in as simple words as I can, they're the bottom-feeding archdemons of hell. That's who these people are. If there's anybody that I think are like even lower than the order followers, it's the media. I personally don't think so. I think the order followers are the lowest of the low. They're the scumbags of the scumbags. But the media are right down there with them. Because what these people are paid liars. That's what they've always been. But that's not what the public thinks. That's not what the mainstream public thinks. And folks, I'm trying to explain to you today what your work is. The people who are listening to me, really trying to get it, trying to understand what I'm trying to get accomplished, what I want actually done in society, what I would like to see happen in society, is for people to understand the difference between the ostensible purpose of these institutions and the true purpose. But guess what, folks? That is not happening. If you believe that that is occurring and happening, you yourself are a naive child, a naive, ignorant child. All you have to do is do some social experiments. See, most people just don't even have the courage or the balls to do that. Do some social experiments in your own town or city. Go into your own local pub or venue, a music venue, wherever, a restaurant, okay? And ask people, do you think the mainstream media does a fair job in trying to accurately report what's taking place? Do you think that that's their intended purpose? Like, do you think that that's what the people who actually, dress in their suit and tie or their, business type outfit and go into work every day as part of the mainstream media, is their goal in their mind to say, I want to try to accurately report what's happening in the world and accurately report truth so that other people can make informed decision making. Just do that experiment and see the results that you get, the answers that you get. And I'm telling you, if you're not shocked and horrified, like, I don't know what to tell you. You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to the zeitgeist. The zeitgeist, the general mindset and worldview of the people all around us. You think because you've seen through the facade that other people have, and it's not the case. And it isn't that you could say, oh, numbers are growing slowly. No, it doesn't. It's not that numbers are growing slowly. Percentages are staying the same as the population grows. That's why some more people are aware of this, because the population is growing. But if you actually looked at percentages, they're not really changing. This is why the great work is not succeeding. The potential teachers are not coming forward in courage and speaking the truth to the average member of the public. Like I said, I asked a family member, does anybody ever complain about the mainstream media? No, they watch it. I go into family members' homes. They're watching the 6 o'clock news around dinner time. Perking their ear up when they hear something that they think interests them and nodding their head, believing that that's what's going on. You believe that? But I'm telling you, it's everywhere. I'm not doing this to try to, people will go, oh, I'm somehow an agent working for the dark side because I'm telling people all these bad things about what's going on in society. I'm trying to accurately portray what I see. And it doesn't matter where I go. I go to any town, city in the United States. I've traveled just about every single state in the entire United States, and I've traveled to many foreign countries. I mean, not like a better portion of the world, but I've traveled to enough places that I've seen other cultures. And it's no better than it is here. Anywhere. Anywhere. Not a bit. As a matter of fact, I think America, percentage-wise, probably has the greatest percentage of an awake population than any other country in the world. And that's sad. That's not saying much, folks. That's a very, very sad dynamic. So the ostensible purpose of the mainstream media is to provide accurate information to people so that people can make informed decisions regarding what type of behavior they're going to choose to take. People want their behavior and their decision making to be based on reality, right? So that's what the media is allegedly here to do, to provide that accurate information about what's taking place in the world so people can make their decision making accurately based on informed decisions based on accurate information. And they're supposed to act in a power checking capacity to corruption in other institutions like government. That's why it's been called the fourth arm of the government in addition to the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. It's been called the fourth estate, the fourth branch of government, okay? Has been a nickname given to the media because that's what it's supposed to do. That's what real journalists would be charged to do. We don't have that. That's not what the media is today. You look at operations like Project Mockingbird, Operation Mockingbird, a CIA op. You know, I believe that's one of the reasons that Jim Keith was taken out. He did a lot to expose that in his books. You know, and, talking about how many people in the intelligence agencies are on the payroll of mainstream media, feeding it disinformation and just concocting fake news stories to brainwash the population and to change the worldview of the whole population. And this research was done back in the 1970s. And there were hundreds and hundreds of people embedded from intelligence operations like the CIA that aren't supposed to operate on U.S. soil, but are supposed to be intelligence, foreign intelligence gathering outfits. And hundreds of them were operating within the mainstream media back in the 70s. Imagine how many thousands are now. No, folks, the true purpose of the media is to control the worldview of the government subjects, to control the minds of the government slaves. That's what the purpose of the media is, to feed you the narrative that the government wants you fed and wants you believing. That's the true purpose of the media, if we're being honest with ourselves. It's to spread government and corporate propaganda, lies, and misdirection. To get people not able to discern truth from falsehood because you're feeding their minds with so much garbage. You could group entertainment right in with this, because most entertainment is the same form of mind, polluting garbage. And ultimately, it is to control the public's perception of what is possible, mostly what is socially possible. That's the purpose of the mainstream media. To get you thinking, oh, change isn't possible. Look at how bad people are to each other. We could never not have a society without government. You hear that from the day you're born through these paid prostitute liars. You're going to eventually come to believe it. And that's where most of society is at. Not only do they believe the propaganda that's being shoved down their throat by the media, they actually believe the ostensible purpose of the media is to tell them the truth. And they believe they're doing a good job at it. In social experiments I've done asking just about every single person in a pub, a local venue here in Philadelphia, do you think the mainstream media is doing a good job or trying to do as good of a job as within their ability to do to report what they come to learn accurately regarding what's taking place in the world? 100, folks, this is one of the most terrifying, horrifying results I've ever gotten in a social experiment. In a pub that is also a music venue in the just past like the Northern Liberties area, maybe up toward the North Philly area of the city, which is somewhat of a hipster area these days. Myself and a friend did a small social experiment asking people, do they actually believe the media are trying to tell people the truth to the best of their ability? 100% of the people in the pub said yes, they are. Every single individual, every single one. Not one person said, no, I think they're paid liars and they don't care about anything but their paycheck. Not one, zero. Not one person. And people think the world's waking up. And let me tell you something, folks. I'll bet you I'd go do it all over again and get the same exact result. Because this population is asleep. Hardcore asleep.